Welcome to West Coast Wednesday here on Prospectors Radio with Kathleen Biffle, Rich Cooley, Scott Swiftwater Toney, Indiana Gold Hunter, Dennis Dayton, and your host, Tim Grimes. We hope you enjoy the show, and thanks again for listening.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another West Coast Wednesday here on Prospector Radio. Often imitated and never duplicated. That's what it is, right, Kathleen? Ain't that what we say?
Yes.
Always.
That's right.
Always live. We're not none of that recorded crap.
With no puppets.
No puppets, no recordings. We are live, baby.
No gimmicks.
No gimmicks. You got it. And we want to thank everybody for joining us again tonight on, what is it, October 3rd now? You know,
Yep.
already rolling into the fall, so just wanted to thank everybody for being here. Joining me tonight, as always, I got the cast of cronies. First off, we got Mr. Rich Cooley. What's happening, Rich?
Not much. How's everyone tonight?
Doing good, brother. What's been happening?
Well, I did a little bit of ordering, and I got some parts on order for my T80 compressor.
Uh-huh.
So I'm hopefully this winter time, I'm hopefully going to have my air all hooked up.
So you was able to find everything you was looking for?
Yep,
I remember you was
I
worried.
found all kinds of parts that I needed, and it should be an easy build, I hope. You know, knock on wood, everything should be... I got it in pieces, and I had to find out what I was missing, and I contacted Keen, and I got everything I need.
All right, good. Well, I remember you was worried, though, that you might not be able to find some of the stuff. But you was able to?
I wasn't sure because I was told that they don't sell the kits for them anymore, but I talked to Mark, and they do. They have one kit, which is an upper kit, and the rest you got to piece out.
Okay.
So that makes it a little bit more pricey, but...
Oh, but you got everything. Everything's ordered.
I'm thinking I get everything. I'll find out when it all gets here. So
All
hopefully
right.
next week, hopefully next Wednesday I'll have it by then, and I hope, and I'll already start be working on it, hopefully.
Oh, cool. And then you'll be Mr. Diving Boy, right? You will have...
Yeah, well, then I got to get other stuff. You know,
geez,
once you get
okay.
one thing, then you got to get more. So
What else will
then
you
you
have
got
to
to end
get?
up getting a tank and a regulator and hose and
Okay.
all that.
And then
So-
you'll be set?
And then hopefully, I'll be ready to go for next year. I
So,
hope.
yeah, hopefully.
We'll buy a little bit at a time and see
Right.
what happens.
Well, right, you got months to get it now, so
Yeah.
that'll be cool.
And plus, that'll give me something to do.
Heck
That's
yeah.
how you get it.
Be a great winter project. Definitely.
Yipper.
Heck yeah,
No,
Rich.
I'll just pull the whole thing inside and in the garage and just work on it there and mount everything up and then I'll test it.
Nice. That is cool.
I'll just bench test it and put it down in a big trash can of water and fire her up and
And you're
Well,
ready.
just
Let
have
her
a
run.
hose run into your bathtub.
Right.
And there you go.
Oh, that's what I was going to
No,
ask, Shad.
I run it into a big trash can.
I was going to ask, can you test air when you're not underwater? I guess you can, right? Maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'll test it before I even hook it up to the hose. I'll just make sure the air's coming out of it, that's all.
All
You know?
right. Got it.
And then I'll eventually get the tank and the hoses and then hook them up and see how it works.
I got you. Cool. Well, man, let me know. Keep us posted. Let us know when you get the kit and when you start
Yep.
on this project. Are you going to paint it up real nice like you did the dredge?
No,
No, not even.
Dude, don't his dredge look sick?
His dredge looks nasty. It's cool.
I seen it on the video that Ray took on the Cronies outing. I'm like, dude, that looks like the pictures. That's ridiculous.
It looks good. Rich takes care
Yeah,
of
I'm
it.
not going to paint the air tank or
No,
anything.
nothing? Okay. All right. Well, we tried. Unless we have another Dress Your Dredge contest, then you...
Yeah, then we'll have to figure out what else we can do.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. Rich, thank you, brother, for being here, as always, man.
All right, thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime, my friend. Also joining us tonight, we got her. You know her. You love her. Kathleen Biffle. What's happening, Kathleen?
Hey, everyone.
How are you
Still
tonight?
getting over my sickness.
You sound like you're over it, though. You sound great.
No.
Nope. You're...
The worst part is gone. I'm just dealing with the coughing and the draining and blah.
And the blah.
So
Blah.
one more day away from work, right?
No, I've been working.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. I just took, because I was on vacation last week. So coming back to like a million emails.
Uh-huh.
You get punished when you miss work.
Yes, you
Yeah,
do.
you do. I know.
But, getting back in the swing of things again, and just waiting for the next adventure.
Well, we missed your news last Wednesday and your fun
Yeah,
facts
I know.
and all that jazz. It was rough on us. It's hard when we don't have Kathleen's news because then we're lost. We're not kept up on things. So you do have it tonight, I bet, right?
I do.
Awesome.
I do.
Great. Fun facts, too?
I have fun facts.
Sweet.
And Shad's got local events of interest.
Oh, great. Oh, I can't
As
wait.
usual.
I can't wait. Looking forward to it. How's everything else going? The koi doing good?
Oh, yeah, they're doing fine. Really not much to report. We just finished our next video.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm so confused.
Okay.
Stuff that he puts out.
We'll ask Shad when we get to him and then see which one it's on. But another Wandering Buffaloes video?
I think the next one is our rewards, and then he's posting another one soon.
Did this one have some drone footage in it, Kathleen, from the outing? Do you remember?
I'm not sure.
I know he did some flying up over that mountain. I didn't know if he was putting it in his next video or what. I just wanted to see that. So,
I have no idea.
I'll check
You
it
never
out.
know.
Yeah, ask Shad. He might know.
He won't disclose.
Oh, he won't disclose? Oh,
It's a secret.
Yeah.
You have to watch the videos.
Oh, okay. I got you. God.
Yeah, it took you how long to subscribe? So
Hey.
you probably don't even watch them.
Hey, I thought I was subscribed. Just like who else thought they were subscribed? Wasn't it Rich?
Pretty much the whole crew.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, I watched your videos.
Oh, my
Yeah,
God.
I was guilty.
We were guilty, yes. We thought we were subscribers.
Yeah, I was guilty.
Yeah.
Hey, and by the way, Shad, you're getting really technical on the video aspect of the stuff. It's really looking top of the line, man.
Shad's a man. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's fun. It's relaxing.
It's a hobby.
It
You
is.
know?
It is. The Wandering
I
Buffaloes
know
wander.
some people like the uncut, more just raw.
No.
But I like to have fun, so
No,
to each their own. Is the way I look at it. I give you a little something different. If everybody did the same thing, it'd be boring, right?
It would. You're right.
Yeah, that would be.
You're right. Definitely. So, Kathleen, when's your next adventure? You got anything planned coming up soon, or?
Well, we had another mishap
Uh-oh.
with the driver, so
Okay.
we have to work some things around.
Okay.
But for sure, January,
January?
Arizona.
Joe, you're going back to Arizona in January?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
cool.
late January, early February.
Okay. Nice. For a prospecting outing, or?
Well, yeah. Why else do you go to
Well,
Arizona? It's not like we're going to go
this
get
is-
barbecue
This
anymore.
is what, right? You can't even do that anymore. I know. What's up with that?
I mean, the little man at the barbecue stand's going away for looking for gold himself.
Yes,
So
it's true. So no more barbecue. Where is he? He got awful quiet.
yeah.
Did you notice that too, Shad? He got-
I did. It got really quiet. I was waiting for it, and it didn't come back at me.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed.
I am too.
He stepped away.
He had a meltdown again. I can hear him right now.
I think his internet walked away.
Yeah.
How about you, Tim? How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Feeling good. Happy. Glad to be here. It's West Coast Wednesday, and I love it. Always glad to be here. Thank you for asking, Kathleen. I appreciate it. Really do. But
We're hoping this weather, keeps nice and warm. I mean, we're still going to do our weekend things.
yeah, that's what I was wondering if
locally.
you was gonna. Are you going like this weekend or next weekend? You got any plans or?
Not this weekend, possibly next weekend.
Now, what about the Gold Show? You gonna make it to the Gold Show in this month, or what are you planning on going?
We are going to
I think-
make a day trip
Yeah,
out
do
of
a
it.
day trip out there and hang out, see
It's
some
in
people.
Columbus,
and
right?
mingle. It's in Springfield, so that's west of Columbus, just 40 miles outside of Columbus.
All right. Well, let me
So
know.
it's about a little over an hour
Let me
for
know
us.
when you guys go. Okay.
Sure.
I'll meet you out there. All right. And
Sure.
We'll go and hang out and see some old friends, and yeah, that'll be cool. Yeah, let me know. I'm down. I'll go. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. But cool. That's sounds like a plan then. Kathleen, thank you as always. You're amazing, and glad you're here. As always.
Good to be here.
Good to have you for sure. Also joining us, we got the other half of the Biffles. We got Mr. Shad Biffle. What's happening, Shad?
Good evening, Mr. Tim.
Good evening, Mr. Shad. How are you tonight?
I am doing quite well, thank you for asking.
Oh.
And I think I heard a baby Swiftwater in the background,
Did
too. Yay!
He's back.
He's back, and he missed all the good banter, man.
He did, see?
I'm sorry.
Did you put another quarter in your internet
That's
so
all
it keeps
you
working
need.
a little longer?
You know I'm really not happy about this.
That's what that slot's for, Scott. Didn't you know that little slot there? That's what it's for, the one in the front of your computer. You just shove quarters in there. And
it's just funny because it works for, you're doing great for hours, and all of a sudden you got 15 minutes of, I think we just want to interrupt your stuff to make you call us and say your stuff is crap. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I know there's a lot of people on the internet. Don't get me wrong, but man, if you're paying for the, what do they call it? I'm paying for the high price, high speed, so that stuff don't happen. Oh, why does it keep happening to me? I don't get it.
Oh, it's happening, sweetheart. It's definitely happening. You need to call them tomorrow, Scott, because I just tell them, say, hey, I do a radio show and I can't have this crap. Well,
you got to understand. She won't let me call those people.
Oh, because you'll have.
Yeah, can you imagine tech support and that was Swiftwater calling in for help? Oh my God.
Yeah, I can imagine. Shit. Oh Jesus. Wouldn't be.
I paid for it. You wired it in. It should work. There's no middleman.
Oh, it should definitely. All right, back to Shad. Shad. Anyhow, how are you, brother?
I'm doing good. Yeah, we as Kathleen said, we did like a short little video when we got one of those bags that I guess Michael Myers brought to the outing that he traded with Dennis, and then we bought it from Dennis. Oh, okay. If you're following me there,
it's like a big.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, I mean these bags of
you
paint
need a flow chart,
around, right? But no, it was from the Lucky Strike Golden Gem Mine in North Carolina. And it's their $30 picker bag. And, I saw Dennis run his stuff there. So we were interested. When we were in Georgia at the state park, we ran it there into, our tailings into a bucket, but we ran the water in the lake from it through our cleanup. And we filmed it. And, oh, my God, those bags are awesome. You're talking 2 grams for $30.
What?
And the funny thing was, Dennis talked to Shad about it. And Shad's like, go ask Kathleen. You'll have to ask Kathleen. And then Dennis asked me about it. And I said, go ask Shad. He goes, but he told me to ask you.
About what? How much gold was in it?
If we even wanted a bag when he was asking us.
Okay.
Was that your last video or the second to last video?
It wasn't the one we put out tonight. Tonight was just like for our patrons, the stuff that, for the last month they got. It was the one that I just put out, I think, 3 days ago. But I got to tell you, if you're ever driving through there, you should stop in and get one of those bags. It's for $30. Oh, my God. Over 2 grams of gold. Just over 2.
Oh, you can't beat that. Jesus.
We had 1.3 grams in pickers.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Do they sell it in a dump truck?
Yeah, exactly. I got $10,000. How many bags can I get?
What did Dennis say? We all just cash our
401k. Get a U-Haul and fill it up.
Yeah, let's just go load up.
I don't think it's got that much gold. Okay.
Well, that's how they get you. They give you these little ones.
I was going to say 2 grams for that's pretty darn good.
That's extremely good.
It's like doubling your money.
It was cool. It was fun to run and do a little video. Plus, I know Dennis did one. So it's good to kind of see multiple people running something from one place see it's actually pretty consistent. And I guess one other person who got a bag at the outing, they didn't do a video, but they commented. They also got one. So it was a lot of fun. It was neat to put out. But
yeah, it used to not be that way. And thank goodness they changed. And now it's doing pretty good, I guess.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I know years ago when I purchased some down there, it wasn't near that good at all. So.
All right. So it might just be according to where it came from at that time, right?
Yeah, or somebody just got
you never know.
excited.
Right. I mean, right, because they just
dropped some extra gold in it.
Right. I mean, don't
do they actually mine it?
I thought they did.
Area?
Yeah, I thought they did. I thought they just dig it and put it in the bags and sell it.
Some of it is, but they do put some additional gold in, from my understanding.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, they do.
Oh.
So it's like unsearched with some gold sprinkle on top.
Yeah, so we used to, when I was down there years ago, I bought a whole bunch of the bags for Delaware Valley chapter, and we brought them back and gave them away to people for winning prizes and stuff like that.
Right.
And they wasn't never that good.
Wow.
So I'm glad to see that they finally changed, and that's awesome.
It is awesome. Heck yeah. Cool.
You know, I just thought about this too. What really wraps with the show is because, Dennis and Kathleen's doing their stuff like that, and Rich and Dennis is doing their videos here and there, and then I'm getting ready to start back up for a whole year of doing all on the West Coast. Mm-hmm. So all of our videos kind of wraps with the show. That's kind of neat.
It is neat. It's freaking awesome. So, Shad, which video do you got out now? Which one's out? Is it
Well, yeah, the Lucky Strike one that we shot there, that one's out. And then we're so behind. I mean, obviously, Kathleen and I were extremely busy getting ready for the Cronies Club outing.
Yes,
and then, of course, we went down there. We stayed longer. Yeah. So we're a little bit behind because I got
just a little
stuff, Spike Strike that I have all ready. I just got to do a final editing too. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, everything we did
at the
down in South Carolina, North Carolina. Cool. Yeah, I'm not going to we're not going to put a video out about the outing.
Right.
Only reason is I have all of that footage that Michael Myers shot. Uh-huh. So I'm just going to focus that to post on Prospectors Radio YouTube page because it's for that. I'm not going to put a Wandering Buffalo video of the outing.
Okay, I got you.
I thought about it, but I was like, nah.
Okay.
I said I want to focus it just on the show because that's what it was about.
Awesome. Well, thank you.
But yeah, we got a lot of footage though from the gem mining to the sapphire mining to everything in between and some drone footage. So
nice. And and that's the one you got out now that you just released or no?
Not yet.
Okay.
No.
But,
no.
Okay.
You're waiting a little bit for that.
Okay, that'll be probably your next one, right?
Though I did start the Lucky Strike video with some cool drone footage over the lake.
Oh,
that's the opening.
Good. Because I want to see some of that drone footage when you went up over the mountain.
Yeah, did you see the one short video that I did post? I think it was on Instagram and Facebook of one of the waterfalls we went and saw.
No, I didn't.
In North Carolina. Yeah, you'll have to go to our Wandering Buffalo Facebook page.
Okay.
It was really cool. I almost lost signal up there in the mountains with it going through, following the waterfalls all the way up, but it turned out pretty cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have to see that then, definitely. I love that drone footage. I think it's amazing, so definitely cool.
North Carolina has the most waterfalls in the country.
Does it?
I think so, like not necessarily the biggest, but the most in the U.S.
Really?
For state. Yeah, there's hundreds of them.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Very interesting. Little fun fact there, Kathleen. Thank you. Yeah. So
I'm just full of them.
You
tonight.
are. You're just because you didn't have none last week, so you'll have plenty tonight. So what else is happening, brother? Anything else interesting? Any plans for anything?
Get caught up on our footage, but eager as soon as we have some time available to get out and do some dredging here in Ohio again before it gets too cold. So I'm hoping that the weather continues to stay mild like it is. It's pretty nice. So
okay, yeah, right. Today was nice.
Yeah.
I mean, so hopefully you get out soon. I know you're probably wanting to again. So
definitely.
Yeah, definitely. The camper's off the road and everything.
Yeah, it's in its temporary home, so that way we can just go get it. And
we're not done with it.
Oh no,
no. I know.
Yeah, so don't worry if anybody is concerned. There's been a few. It's not winterized yet because we're not done.
That's right.
We don't quit prospecting until
We're just not allowed to have it in our driveway.
Yeah.
That's right.
So it's we're following the bylaws after having it for what, year and a half.
Yeah, it's a good run.
Yeah.
Can you put it in your front yard and call it a yard ornament?
If you could put it on the side of our house, as long as the tongue of the trailer did not go past the front structure of our house. But I'd have to cut down a couple trees and then level out some of the ground there on the side.
That's a lot of work.
And I'm sure have a lot more hate mail coming from our neighbors.
You the man. You the man.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice, but good. So, yeah, you're going to keep going until you can't get through the ice. I know. I know.
Yep.
I know your plan.
Oh yeah, we'll see. If I look back at how the weather was last year, when we hit first part of October, it was already getting pretty cold.
Right.
So,
yeah,
I'm hoping that the Farmer's Almanac is a little bit off this year, and it won't be as nasty cold again as they're calling for. We'll see.
Well, why are they calling for it to be nasty cold again?
Yeah, with snow.
Really?
It's going to be a rough winter, they said. Really rough. Worse than last year. With snow.
Worse.
Cold and with a lot of snow, supposedly. So
Great.
I'm hoping they're wrong.
I'm hoping
For the sake of the koi, I hope they're wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Me too.
For the sake of the koi.
It's going to be another stressful winter.
It is. I'm with you, Kathleen.
They're too big to die now. They're not going to die, trust me.
Don't say that. They could still die.
No, they can't. They
Trust
fish.
me, she freaks out about anything with those stupid fish, man.
I literally went outside every day last winter, no matter how cold it was, to go look at them. There was nothing to see, but I would still go out.
Nothing but ice here.
Yeah.
They're just like holding really still at the bottom.
Yeah, not like moving, right? Just
no,
like almost just like a float. Yeah, just like a float. Well, Shad, I want to thank you, my friend, for being here as always. But you got your birthdays and metal prices, right?
Well, yes, definitely.
Definitely.
And we'll start off with our current market prices.
Good news. Good news. Good news. Good news.
Well, gold, as we know, has been kind of going up and down quite a bit past week. And it's continuing that. It fell $7, and it's at $1,197. So, like I said, it's been going up 7, down 7. So, and I read an interesting article today that some Bank of America forecasters, because they believe that the economy, how it's going really strong right now. So the dollar has been very strong. They think it's not going to last, that it's actually, the economy's not as good as it appears to be. So they're forecasting within the next year gold to be back up above 1,300.
Okay.
So we'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. But silver also down 10 cents, but it's still at $14.57. So
okay.
Like gold, it's just kind of going up and down, But
yeah.
Platinum, that's down $7 at $825. So that one's kind of more of, well, that's spiked up too. It's been crazy. But palladium's up $2 at $1,054. So there you go with that. And then, of course, rhodium, for anybody interested, I believe 2,580, I think. Yep. So, obviously, good money in that rhodium.
I'm thinking right now the prices are because of the trading deals that are getting set and issued and renewed. I think that's where the gold is right now, though. It's going to go back up. You watch. I'm thinking middle of my season.
Middle of your season.
Middle of your season? Middle of Scott's season?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Why, you gonna turn the tables and saturate the?
He's gonna saturate the market.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm
taking all the gold.
No, I'm just thinking people that are dealing in gold with the big money that actually moves the market and stuff like that, they're going to get more comfortable about the middle of my actual gold season. And I think it's probably going to, you know what? I still think it's going to ride between $1,250 and $1,300. Okay. And I think that's going to come, it's going to ride there for months.
Okay.
I just feel it.
Okay.
I think in my heart.
We are in no way giving you
no
investment advice.
Yeah, no. You want to become a gold digger? It's hard, folks. Trust me. Don't do it unless you got the gumption for it.
That's right. All right, Shad. Back to you, Shad.
All right. So I guess we'll move on to our birthdays.
Hey, Dennis, is he going to sing?
I think I can.
What? He popped in.
You ready then, Dennis? You want to?
I think I am.
You feel up to it? Well, say when.
I'll do it right now.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Love it. So amazing. Like an
Way
angel.
better than Swiftwater.
Like an angel.
Oh my, come on. You should have just seen the old lady's face when she heard that. She's looking at me like, is that Dennis? Really?
It is. It's like angels.
That's not Dennis. That's an angel.
That's right, exactly. Thank you, Shad, for clarifying.
All right, so it's October 3rd. Today's birthdays. We have Aaron, Chris Mack, Daryl Fuller, Debbie Miner, Eric Schoch, George William Humble, Jim Sellers Jr., Michael Tucker, Robert Gordiola, Scott Cooley.
Is that related
Steve
to Rich
Kelly.
Cooley?
No, spelled different.
Oh, okay.
K-U-L-I.
Okay.
Steve Kelly. And tomorrow, though, we have Buck Reynolds, Greg Dahlgren, James W. McLovin, Joe Martelli, Lisa M. Paul F., Sidney W. Riker, and Whiskey Rat.
I like the McLovin.
Happy birthday.
I like the McLovin. Happy birthday.
Well, I added
could be his last name.
I added the McLovin.
Oh, you
It's
did?
actually James W. Lovin, okay?
Good one.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday,
Yeah, no doubt.
everybody.
Totally
Yeah.
happy birthday.
Good one, Shad.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, McLovin? I was like, oh, really? Guy, somebody swindled that in there.
I was thinking,
Oh,
man,
that's
what a
good.
great name. You know, awesome. All right. Well, Shad, thank you, my friend, for being here. Looking forward to hearing local events here in a little bit during Kathleen's news. So thank you, buddy, as always.
Got it.
All right. Also joining us tonight, we got our West Coast connection. We got Mr. Scott Swiftwater. Toney, what's happening, Scotty boy?
Woohoo! Guess what? It rained.
It rained.
It rained like you wouldn't believe. It rained in the desert.
How hard did it rain?
My backyard, I could see the top 1/8 inch of the grass from the floods. The front roads were floods. It was like, it's nuts. It was crazy. I'm like, what the heck just happened between 3 o'clock in the morning and 6 o'clock in the morning that this is going on, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then last night they actually got another big rain up north. And I checked out because I have a water chart that actually goes behind Rock Springs Cafe up there in Black Canyon City on the Aqua Fria. So I could tell what kind of water's coming in. And they actually took a 10-foot water spike yesterday.
Wow.
And was back down to 8.5 feet, I think at 6 o'clock this morning. So, man, it was a doozy.
Nice.
So if you're Black Canyon Creek, Turkey Creek, any of those creeks up through there, man, I'm telling you, they're Aqua Fria, they're barreling. So don't go out and try to do anything crazy.
No.
I don't know anything about Prescott yet. I haven't heard anything about that area, which there is a little camp out this weekend that we have going on down Bandy Mine Road.
Right.
You know, it's not really a club thing or this and that. It's just a group of people that's been going out there for a couple years, and I went out and seen him. I thought not last year, but I think year before last. And actually had a good time. You know, Chris Miller was there, and Jimbo from Jimbo's Gold was there. And so, and they, you know, I like them guys a lot. So we hang around and did some stuff like that. And I hope they come back this year. I think maybe Chris Miller will show up, which would be cool. I like to talk to him about a couple things I got in my mind, you know, because he built my 3-inch dredge high banker combo, and it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I'm cool.
Just saying. So
yeah, but I've got a couple things in my mind I want to get built and stuff like that. So, you know, it's going to be fun to get around some people that I haven't seen for a little bit of time, because, you know, it's been in Arizona, folks. It's hotter than heck. So
still.
Well, not right now. It's like comfortable. It's like vacation weather now.
So what's vacation weather? What's that feel like?
I don't know.
What's the temperature?
80s? Low 80s.
Moist.
That works.
80s with the moistness in the air.
Is it moist? Yeah,
moist.
It is.
You could say.
Just say it, Swiftwater. Is it moist?
Is it moist?
You could say it was sticky, but it wasn't that bad.
No, sticky and moist are two different things. So was it sticky or was it moist?
I say sticky.
You sure? You sure?
It kind of sounded like you wanted to say moist.
I think he did. Honestly.
I mean, you know, if you just want to be moist, you'd be in like Kentucky woods or Louisiana swamps.
That might be sticky.
So that's moist.
But you was going to say moist.
No.
Really?
Sure you were going to.
I know he was.
Well, maybe it was moist. I'm not for sure.
Was it really moist or just moist?
It was wet. Let me just
really.
tell you.
I'm just wondering if it was really
rained.
moist.
It rained something. It was raining pretty good, guys. I mean, it was like if you guys were sitting here from Ohio or Indiana, you'd be looking at it going, it's pretty good rain, you know. It's because it was a solid downpour. But you got to remember out here in Arizona, we don't have the water runoff that places do anywhere else. It's the desert. So, like I said,
I would have to agree. It's moist.
It's moist.
Yeah, okay, it's moist.
Maybe it's just damp.
It could be a little sticky though too.
Okay.
At the beginning, and then it could get moist as it goes on.
Well, it depends if you try to walk in it.
It would, yeah. You don't ever want to try to walk in it.
No.
Now, Swifty, is this rain like I saw? I think last week though, there was, I guess, from the Pacific, a typhoon coming through, hitting northwest Mexico, and it was projected to go like through Phoenix area on.
Well, it was Hurricane Rosa, which I'm like, when did a hurricane ever come out of that area of the world?
That's what I was wondering.
I'm like, where did this freaking freak storm come from? But yeah, we actually got that stuff from that storm.
Okay, I wasn't sure if that's what hit. So Rosa brought the moistness. I
think so. Yeah. Rosa.
I think it's just going to be weird weather this year.
Yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah,
oh my goodness.
Weird, like you're.
Hey, you got rain.
Yeah, we did. But what's really good is we just didn't get rain. We actually got flooding rain.
Oh, I bet you guys did.
It's all or nothing, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's why it's going to be cool, because this weekend, if I can go up and go to that little outing and stuff like that, the panning only in Prescott is in a certain area, and then Amber's got to claim one up from it. And I just got the Golden Sands hand dredge, and I'm dying to use it, because it just brings up the sand. So I want to try that out, because I'm thinking about taking that maybe to California, and I want to use it kind of diving underwater and sniping instead of sniping, taking a lot of sand and stuff, go back and run it through the gold cube. And
I loved my Golden Sands.
Wait,
I liked it too.
The Golden Sands, is that pump thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a hand dredge.
And you use it how in?
You stick it in the crack and you pump it up, or you suck the sand up. I mean, it's
very good.
Yeah, it's all hand. It's all arm strength.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, no motors, nothing like that. It's just like a big bicycle pump, if you think of it that way.
Okay. Now I remember it now. Yes, I got it. I
gotta get another one.
I've always wanted to get one, and I've talked to him a couple times at the Gold Show and said, hey, you know what? I do a lot of videos. Have you ever thought about donating one to have somebody actually did it, and I'm like, I didn't talk to the right guy, obviously, anytime, but I actually bought one because what I'm going to do this year, I'm going to be a lot of places, and not every place you can use a high banker and stuff like that. But if you're careful enough and you walk up the creeks and stuff like that, and you got this little thing in your hand, fill your bucket and go over there. And the bucket that they have, I think it's maybe a 2-gallon bucket.
It's a 2-gallon bucket. Yeah.
So to pan out in a Garrett Super Sluice pan, a 2-gallon bucket, that's maybe a pan. That's pan and a half, 2 pans maybe at the most.
Okay, got it.
If you want, if you're looking for the big gold, you know what I'm saying.
We got it. All right.
So it's going to play right in with my plans, so to speak, this year.
Okay. Stick it in the crack, pump it up, fill the bucket, moist, sticky. Got it. Got it all, Scott. Thank you.
And
there's more.
There's more.
There's more.
But like I was saying, I was also thinking about, we were talking about earlier that the air compressor thing like that. I've actually thought about, if I could do the right things, move the right things around, I would really like to have one of those because it would come in handy. If you could go up, say, Northern California in some good places that's actually through good gold, sniping and dredging and stuff like that, and you had the chance to actually stay underwater for 20, 30 minutes at a time and actually do the moving and the looking and stuff like that, I believe that $1,000 investment would probably pay itself back pretty quickly.
It could.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
It's possible.
Like I said, 100 feet of hose. You could get places nobody else can go with a snorkel.
Right. No, that's deep. That's definitely deep. I agree. So I don't.
Which I think in those, Tim, frankly, in those creeks, I think if you get 20 feet, that's really deep.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, true. True. I don't know, though. God dang. $1,000. If you can make it back, like we was talking pre-show with Shad and stuff, that, it's a sweet investment,
Well, you got to remember that's my job. It's not something I'm doing for a hobby now. It's something I do every day.
Right, because you're not slinging sauce no more, are you?
No.
That's done, right?
Yeah, I gave that up last week, and I've been getting everything together and making sure all the screws and the bolts and the clips and oh my God, everything is together. Man, there's a lot of stuff that you got to pay attention to.
That's right. Oh, man. So, wait, let's get back. Wait, never mind. Geez, Scott, I'm all confused
now. To the radio show.
Yeah.
By the way.
What you got going on tonight on your segment?
I got a fantastic guest going to call in tonight, and I'm really, really proud to have him come on tonight. He is, to me, a metal detecting guru. He's really good at what he does, and I can't wait to pick his brain.
All right.
And his name's Bill Southern. And if you guys haven't heard of him, you can find him on YouTube, and I believe he's got some other channels besides the name Bill Southern. Nugget Shooter Journals, I think he actually runs too. But he is great at metal detecting, and you might have seen him at the GPAA Gold Shows doing a seminar as well on metal detecting, I believe.
Awesome. All right, cool.
It's going to be really fun to have him on there. And, like me, I'm out here in Arizona, and I've got a gold bug, the original gold bug. And I know I think he hunts with Mine Lab. But I know it's going to be cool because I know there's like you guys back there, you're not really too much into metal detecting. But if you can find the right keys and the right information to turn you on, it might be, it might be something worth it. So yeah, I'm going to have him call in, and we're gonna pick his brain, so to speak, for a little bit.
All right, Scott. Thank you. All right, we're gonna move along because we got to get Dennis introed and Kathleen, and we got lots to do. So thank you for being here, Scott. Look forward to it. All right. Also joining us, last but not least, our little buddy, the Indiana Gold Hunter himself, Mr. Dennis Dayton. What's happening, Dennis?
Oh, just enjoying the weather. Getting ready for a road trip this weekend.
Oh.
Yeah, got a road trip. Actually, I'm headed to Ohio.
You heading to Ohio? What you coming to Ohio for?
Yep. I'm going to head out Sunday. I'm actually picking up a couple of high bankers on Sunday, and I'm going to take the guy that we're getting them from, taking him out to lunch.
Oh man!
make it back in time for the show Sunday. But
okay, cool.
Yeah, going to get everything set up and ready, and hopefully do a little bit of running Saturday somewhere. I'm off Friday, Saturday, so I'm sure I'll go somewhere. I haven't been out to my honey hole / glory hole in a while. I think I'm going to go out there.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, you
run a little bit out there, get some good gold, and get ready for Sunday. I'm excited about picking up some high bankers, and
okay. Well, that'll be cool.
Yeah. And I still got to check in with the Bogans. I still plan on tentatively going to Georgia, to prospect with the Bogans, and get on some good gems and some gold.
Right.
So I just got to make sure it's on a weekend I'm off, and I'm not working. So
that'll be nice. That'll be a fun trip too. Definitely nothing wrong with that.
I'm hoping to make it. I think it'll be fun.
That would be a fun
trip. Find out if I can bring a dredge or a high banker or what. So
I think you can dredge, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, you can.
I'm not sure exactly where we'd be going, but I'm sure she'll help me identify some gems and stuff. So.
Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, Mita will. Yeah, she definitely will. That'd be nice. Hey, did you ever find out how did David do at the outing?
Man, I tell you, that's what I was getting ready to say. You guys, you saw some of the nice pieces that were found on top. You should see his clean out he had, where he went down like 10, 12 feet.
Right.
He had some gold.
Did he really?
He had a lot of gold.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Well, where's the pictures?
Yeah, tell him to post the pics.
I think it's on. I know he posted on Facebook where he had his blue pan that he would empty his dredge cons into, and then he had a picture of in the Garrett Super Sluice, the big pile before he worked it down and classified it down and stuff.
Right.
You should have seen that top tray of that gold cube. It was loaded.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, good for David. I mean, he put enough work in, so
He finally got down, because, man, everywhere he goes, man, he'll punch a hole like 10, 12 foot deeper.
He did.
And, and then come up with a few pieces. This time, he hit it really good.
Good. I was wondering. I've been going, I wonder how David did.
Yeah, out of all of us, I think he should have definitely had a good clean out.
Yeah, he should have had the best, I would think, right.
Oh, I would probably say by looking at it, I bet he got at least 6 grand, if not more.
What?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Okay. Yeah, seriously.
Right.
If you see the picture, it's amazing.
All right, cool. Man.
I don't see anything on this site. The only thing I've seen is a green tub with a big classifier full of dirt. It says getting ready to clean out from the outing.
Oh man, he's got to post that.
Yeah, I didn't know if he posted on that one or not, but he sent me a picture. He said first he said check it out, and then I sent him back. I said I don't see anything, and then he sent me a picture of it. I was like, holy cows!
Yeah, he's got a picture of
I see it now.
First tray of the gold cube, and you can see it just sprinkled everywhere. It's pretty
nice. Well, way to go, David. Man, we're glad. I just was curious.
Yeah, it's like big chunky stuff.
It was awesome.
Nice.
Oh man.
Heck yeah, I got to see that. I'll check it out after the show, but definitely. So everything else going good, Dan?
Yeah. Oh yeah. My question is, how's it going? Winter chicken dinner.
Wait, winter chicken dinner. Why am I waiting?
Yeah.
What did I do this time?
Well, I did my patron draw. And I did 5 draws. And I did, because I went to Ohio twice, so I had 2 draws for that. I had 1 draw for North Carolina cons, and then I had 1 for when I went to the pit early in the month of September.
Okay.
But my first draw was my clean out I had from that bag I had from Lucky Strike.
Okay.
I put them in there, I stir it up in a bowl, and I hold it above my daughter's head, and she reaches in and grabs it out, and the first name that comes out for the Lucky Strike stuff is Prospectors Radio. I was like, man, he's
sweet. So winner. I'm a winner. Nice.
Yeah, there's another big thing of goat man in there, though. I don't know, but I expect a weight from you. I want to know how much is there.
Oh, okay.
I never did weigh it, dry it. I want you to go through that stuff, and I want you dry it, weigh it, and send the picture.
I will.
The picture and the weight.
Oh, wow. Well, thank you. That is cool, man. See, dang.
Cool.
Nice. Way to go, me. Cool. I won something. That's awesome. Thank you, Dennis.
Other than that,
thank you, Ellie, for drawing my name. That's pretty cool. Heck yeah. Man. I'm sure I'll end up giving it away, but still pretty cool. Man, thank you, Dennis.
It is.
Nice. Appreciate it. Wow. That is cool.
You know what? It's cool because how many drawings have you did, and now you've actually won one?
I actually won one.
He's won two.
Yeah, that's,
I
think, the second one I've won on Dennis's. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
He won the first one he won was when I was in Ohio, and I think it was the dredge cons I had when we had our little meeting type thing. And Tim gave that away at the Crony outing, and I forget who won it. Who won that?
Oh, that was Brian.
Was that it?
I think so.
And I asked him because I didn't know how much was in there, and that's where. Well, I'm not going to say exactly where it's at because I'm
2.4 grams.
Yeah, it was 2.4 grams.
2.4 grams out of that clean out. Yeah.
Nice. Man, very cool. See?
Yeah, and actually, Tim, that's where you came down and brought your little your backpack dredge and dredged with me and Dave down there.
Yep. Oh, see, that's cool. Well, man, I'm happy. Happy. I won something. It's nice to win occasionally. Feels good. It does. I see why everybody likes it so much. All right. Well, Dennis, I'm glad you're here, brother. And we're going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial and then come back with the news. I see the time is ticking away fast tonight. Gosh, because we have old Long Wind Swiftwater with us, and we know how that goes. So what we're going to do... So, Dennis, thank you, brother, for being here, as always, my friend.
Hey, no problem.
All right, chime in anytime, okay? And Nat, we'll be right back, everybody.
Do you like to mine for gold? Enjoy prospecting a nice crack in the bedrock? Enjoy getting outdoors to camp, fish, hunt, and hike on your public lands? You plan your trip, load the gear, grab the dog, put the family in the truck, and drive off to a locked gate. A sign says you cannot enter or access your own public lands. Mining claims and public land owned by we the people are being designated as off limits by our own government every single day. Are you concerned about the direction our government is going? Are you tired of seeing no access, no entry signs on your lands? We are, and we are fighting back. We are AMRA, America Mining Rights Association, the fastest growing small mining advocacy association in America. AMRA is a 501c3 not-for-profit formed by miners, hunters, off-roaders, retired military men, and women to stop the insanity. AMRA was formed to educate, unite, and help the small miners and public land users on their rights given to us by God. Do you want access to great mining claims? For a small tax-deductible donation to their Miners Legal Fund, your family gains access to proven excellent mining claims across America for an entire year. AMRA challenges the USFS, BLM, EPA, and the other agencies intent upon stopping you from enjoying your own lands. You are who pays these people's wages. It is time they listen to us. We need to unite. And that is what AMRA is doing. As you sit here right now, thousands of acres of public lands are being closed, locked, and blocked from use by you. Are you fed up yet? Join us. Get in on this fight and let's restore America to what our families fought and died for. Freedom. Just visit AmericanMiningRights.com. AmericanMiningRights.com. Also, check us out on Facebook at American Mining Rights Association. AmericanMiningRights.com.
Just stopped by on my way home to show you all my gold.
You've been digging into some Jimbo's Gold pay dirt.
Yeah, Jimbo's Gold made me a hero.
Huh?
Got an amazing idea and supplies on sale from Jimbo's website. With bad weather, bored kids, and stressed wife, I threw a panning party for the kids and their friends. All the moms got a break, kids had a blast. Hero.
Happy kids, happy wife, great gold. That's why Jimbo's Gold is always my first choice.
Did you teach panning or share your prospecting knowledge? Then you are our hero. Tell us your story for a chance to receive a hero's reward at www.jimbosgold.com/hero.
It is time for Dredging Up the News with Kathleen Biffle. Mining news from around the globe. Metal detecting, dredging, entertainment news, and fun facts as well. Here's Kathleen.
All right, everybody. October 3rd, 2018. News story tonight. We'll start off in Alaska.
Okay.
This is actually near Juneau. A bear kills a mining contractor.
Ooh.
Timberline drilling employee Anthony David Montoya was killed yesterday, or the day before yesterday, sorry, after being attacked by a bear on Admiralty Island, and that's approximately 18 miles south of Juneau.
Oh, wow.
The Hecla Greens Creek mine, that's where Montoya was working. They mine for silver, zinc, lead, and gold. Well, the mining company said the incident occurred at their remote drill site on the surface of the mine property that can only be accessed by helicopter. So the mine personnel are securing the area and working with state and federal authorities to investigate the situation. They're not really sure what kind of bear it was.
That's a shame.
Yes, it's sad.
Yeah, it is, definitely.
Right. So really not that much going on stateside. Most of the stories are global.
Okay.
Start with our global.
It's global.
Argentina. There's a heated debate going on after opposition Senator Alejandro Abraham presented a project to modify Law 7722, which regulates mining activities in central Mendoza province. Which is also known as wine country for that area. Among other things, the bill establishes a new special mining rate, which is 50% higher than royalties, and specifies in which sectors the revenue it generates can be reinvested. There are other changes, which include removing the responsibility of approving environmental impact assessments from the legislator. In the senator's view, the fact that regional parliament is in charge of this allows for partisan electoral interest to taint the approval process. So they're hoping that this law will increase, I guess, the mining sector to get it boosted.
Oh, okay.
So
hopefully. That's what they're hoping for.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, so in Iran now.
Iran?
This is interesting. A notorious Iranian gold dealer known as the Sultan of Coins.
Okay.
He was among 3 men sentenced to death this week in the strongest warning yet to officials and merchants not to exploit the country's financial troubles. And this comes around with the next round of U.S. sanctions looming. Death sentences were handed to 58-year-old Vahid Mazlumi. That is the person that was referred to as the Sultan of Coins. The other men were Mohammed Esmail. I'm going to really butcher these names.
Oh, go for it, please.
Mohammed Esmail Kazmi and Hamid Bagheri Dermani.
You did it too good. You didn't butcher them at all.
I don't know. I think I'm just making words up now.
Oh, okay. I like that better.
Well, I guess, the economy there is deteriorating. And, the government embarked on a drive to root out corruption and punish speculators it blames for worsening their currency crisis. So, as sanctions are hitting, Iran is on the verge of an economic breakdown. The Sultan of Coins, traded gold and foreign currencies for 3 decades. But he was arrested, I guess he was just also arrested July 2nd for buying 2 metric tons of the Baharazad coins. And then he resold them at higher rates. So, that's, I guess, a no-no.
Apparently.
With all the anxiety going on over there.
That sounds like their government wanted to seize his wealth.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like, yeah.
That's almost what it seems like. Weird. It's
just
weird.
saying.
It's just a weird country, yeah. So, like, okay,
either that or he forgot to pay off the right people, and
one or the other.
I think that's where you're looking at, Shad. You're right.
Probably. All right, so this story is actually rather disturbing, and I didn't know if I should even have it on here, but I just thought it was, eye-opening.
Do it.
Yeah, do it.
It's not like gross or anything. I think it's sad.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, a study conducted by the University of Essex shows that when the world gold prices go up, fewer girl babies in India survive the first month of life. Why? Well, the relationship between gold prices and girls' survival rates is explained by the fact that gold is often part of bridal dowries.
Okay.
So when gold prices go up, the cost of raising girls rises, and the family tends to neglect them or abort them.
What?
Yes.
Okay, I'm at a loss.
That is kind of sad then.
It is sad.
Yeah.
Well, in the study, what they did was between 1972 and 1985, they said there was a 6.3% increase in the monthly price of gold and a 6.4% corresponding increase in girl neonatal mortality. Wow. Well, during the same period, however, there was no significant correspondence change in the male neonatal mortality.
That's weird.
The other set of data also shows that children born between 1986 and 2005, when ultrasound technology became widely available, for potential births after 1986, they found a 2.6 increase in the price of gold during pregnancy, which was accompanied by a statistically significant 0.3% point decline in the probability that a girl rather than a boy would be born.
Wow. That's so messed up.
You know, India is one of the biggest buyers and holders of all gold in the world.
Right. Well, they have their Diwali festivities going on right now.
Yep.
But anyway, since 1961, India has said that dowries are forbidden. However, the practice is still very common. Since the cost of a dowry is about 6 times the average annual household income, families have to start saving as soon as a girl is born.
Oh, jeez.
Oh.
That's so crazy.
We would be in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, you'd be
if we
hurting,
got 3 of
Kathleen.
them.
Yep. You'd be like,
now, there's still families that have that certain particular belief, and it does get passed on. It's kind of weird, but I've seen it in comedy.
No, it's still part of their tradition. So
Yeah.
even if it isn't an arranged marriage, they still have a dowry.
Okay. I got you.
But most of their marriages are arranged.
Uh-huh.
In the traditional sense.
Gotcha.
But
Okay.
the modern Indian folks, they marry for love, but they still have dowries.
Oh, okay.
Allegedly.
Uh-huh.
So I'm just going from like sad to just morbid. So
Okay. That's a big jump.
I don't know if this is how I'm feeling or
Maybe.
if this is
Just go with
It's
it.
October. Don't
Go
worry
with it,
about
Kathleen. Yeah.
It is October,
That's right.
so anything goes.
Sad to morbid. I like it.
All right, well, this one is in Switzerland. A Zurich crematorium starts to trade precious metals filtered from people's ashes.
Huh?
Switzerland's largest crematorium has put in place a technology that will filter precious metals from the bodies that they cremate. Gold, silver, and platinum nuggets that survive the intense 700 Celsius fires. I don't know how hot that really is.
It's pretty hot.
That's hot, yeah.
But anyway, that's what all that remains when the body is burnt. I thought that was kind of crazy, but what they do is they sell them to recycling firms for profit.
Okay, but you said nuggets.
I think they make out of the gold.
Maybe
they
they're
get,
making nuggets out of
nuggets.
the...
Well, you got to think that high pressure heat.
Oh.
If it's like tooth fillings and stuff, it probably still melts a little bit. So
You're
it's
right.
like, it would be a nugget, I guess.
Yeah, because when it cools.
But I would say, hey, That was my mom. I want that
That's
gold
right.
teeth.
Well, there is debate,
right.
whether it should go to the deceased beneficiaries or if it goes to the city, but it seems like it's been going to the city. Each year, this recycling project is set to earn the city of Zurich 100,000 Swiss francs, which is roughly $101,000 in U.S. dollars.
It's kind of morbid.
So those being cremated or their representatives can opt out of this program, in which case all the ashes will be returned unfiltered to the family of the deceased.
So you get to pan the ashes and get that gold teeth.
Yes, you do.
You have to extract the gold yourself.
That's right. You can put it on the water table. Yeah.
But what they say, like, for a person that weighs like around 150 pounds, they say that there is 0.2 milligrams of gold, which equates to 7 ounces.
What? 0.2 milligrams? Okay, 7 ounces of gold in a 150-pound person?
After, you
right.
burn them down to elements, yeah. That's what they say. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But.
I know, right? That just seems almost hard to believe.
But you would think it was lucrative if they're spending all that money on technology.
Yeah, definitely.
I wonder what this technology is. I wonder if it's like a sluice
it's a gold pan.
It's a shaker table.
It's a water table.
No, I'm not getting in this one.
Oh, come on. I mean,
very morbid.
It is.
Well, I guess it depends. Like, if you're, like, say Swiftwater, when he dies and has, like, a bunch of gold teeth. Now, Swiftwater, I want you to pan me out to get that gold.
That's right. Scott would want us
You think I'm going to have gold teeth?
You might.
You might.
Dude, in this day and age, you might as well hold a sign that says, man, I got $10,000 in my pocket. I dare you to mug me.
I'm telling you. I don't know, Kathleen. Strange.
Like Robert Kansas says, they probably got a high banker in the back room of the crematorium.
Yeah.
My question is, do you run the ashes wet or do you run them dry?
I don't know. See? I would think you would need to make them moist.
Make them moist. I figured that. That was my next question, Kathleen.
Well, because the ashes would stick together if it's not moist.
Right.
So there's a potential there.
Oh, you guys, this is morbid.
Moistness is
events of interest.
Next.
Well, that brings another interesting point that Robert, a.k.a. Nugget Hunter, said, Uncle Hans died drinking Goldschlager. I want his ashes.
That's right. We want them ashes.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, mercy.
Okay, I guess it's local events of interest.
Oh, is it?
Yep, it's time. All right, in Arizona, the town of Prescott Valley will host Gold Fever Day from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. this Saturday, October 6th, at Fane Park to celebrate the rich history of the Prescott Valley area with a focus on pioneer-era living and mining for gold. Vendors are welcome to apply for space at this event. Visitors will have an opportunity to try their hand at gold panning, as well as tour historical sites at Fane Park, enjoy live entertainment, shop with local artisans and vendors, play games, enter contests, and learn survivalist skills and more.
Really?
Food trucks will be on site, and there will be a free fishing clinic between 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. So be sure to learn those survivalist skills to be able to fish during the free clinic.
That's right. It's important to know. Oh, my God.
You're going there, right, Swiftwater?
Scott's going.
You're going to give us a report?
You need on-location report.
Live report.
Dude,
Live.
I'm already a survivalist. I'm the guy that you'd see jump off a cliff with a knife in his hand like a buccaneer on the top of a deer because I'm hungry.
Oh, you're like Bear Swiftwater or something?
I hope it wouldn't be too high, because if it was really high up for you,
a hill's a hill.
Oh,
and really, what'd you say you jump on?
He said a bear.
I said a dare.
A deer? Even a deer, that seemed like a little gnat jumping on them, man. They just buck them right off.
As long as I'm eating an hour later, I don't
care. God. Mercy.
All right. Moving on to October 6th. Also, what is that? This Saturday. In Nevada City, California. why don't you go see the Earth's Treasures Gem and Mineral Show? It's a 2-day event being held from October 6th and 7th at the Nevada County Fairgrounds in Grass Valley. This event showcased products like gems, minerals, fossils, and beads and supplies used in the gems and jewelry industry. Admission is $2 for adults, but children under 13 are free with an adult.
With an adult. Okay.
Yep. So no loose children running around.
Nope.
Yeah, they're just going to show up out of nowhere.
Oh, they might. You know,
Go to a gem.
They want to go to this
show.
gem bead making show, so they may just show up by the.
I probably would have as a kid.
See.
You could get that weird science class. You never know.
That's right. That's right. Without adults.
And I'm not saying it's weird, but I'm just saying that.
Well, you did say it's weird, though.
All right, I did.
You own it now, Scott. You said it.
You just offended millions.
Yeah.
I'm offended.
I can't really offend millions because I was actually in a science class. I love science. It was like one of the biggest.
It's too late, Scott.
I dug it.
Scott, it's too late. You can't recover from
nerd.
it. Send a hate mail to swiftwater@gmail.com.
Yeah, no problems.
All good.
I'll answer all your stuff.
Oh, yeah. Back to Shad.
All right. Well, something else to look forward to if you live in or near Coloma, California.
Mm-hmm.
It is the Coloma Gold Rush Live coming this October 13th through the 14th.
No way.
Yeah. So get ready at the Marshall Gold Discovery State Historic Park as it commemorates this event with Gold Discovery Day.
Sweet.
Come out on each second Saturday of the month to step back in time, rub elbows with miners and pioneers depicting life in the mid-1800s. Historical interpreters will share what life was like during the gold rush. Come talk to miners, mountain men, Dutch oven cooks, ladies sewing, spinning, doing wash, and candle dipping.
You're killing me.
Ladies sewing.
Ladies sewing.
Don't forget, Tim, you might be able to dip your own candle or make some rope.
That's right. Might be able to. Oh my God.
But kids also can try their hand at some pioneer games or saw some lumbers with a good old fashioned whip saw. Again, this is the second Saturday of each month from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Marshall Gold Discovery State Historic Park on Highway 49 in Coloma, California. While this is a free event, the state park does charge a day use fee of $8 per car. So pack them in and go saw some wood.
That's right. Sharpen your whip saw.
All right.
God, Shad,
so the last one I have,
Mm-hmm.
we're going to jump across the country into Georgia. We have Gold Rush Days Festival, October 20th, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. in downtown Dahlonega.
Ooh.
So come to this annual event hosted by the Dahlonega JCs. They celebrate the discovery of gold in 1828 with over 300 art and craft exhibitors and food vendors in the historic district downtown. Man. This event is voted as one of the top 20 events in the Southeast by the Southeast Tourism Society.
Sweet. Man.
Hey, can you explain what is the JCs again?
I don't know. I really don't.
We don't know, Scott.
It's an organization of boosters,
maybe something like that ish.
Is it junior something?
It is the United States Junior Chamber, also known as JCs.
There you go, Shad. See?
Or JCI USA. It's a leadership training and civic organization for people between the ages of... Hang on, I clicked the page.
Oh, darn.
Just lost my place. 18 to 35.
Oh, man.
Cool. All right.
Wait a minute.
What, if you're older than 35, you can't be
a JC, I guess.
Rules were later changed to allow members to stay active until the age of 40. Sorry, dear. You're not qualified.
Oh, dang it.
Can't be.
Whatever.
Can't be a JC. Darn it.
You cannot be a JC.
He has to throw that in there.
But the JCs was established on January 21st, 1920.
Oh, that's a little...
That was a fun fact within the local event.
And the founder was Henry Glessenbier.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
In St. Louis, Missouri. Back to you, Kathleen, for your fun facts.
For the real fun facts.
That was pretty cool.
Fun facts.
All right, so that brings us to our fun facts. As you guys know, that we are back from wandering around, and of course, you all know that one of the favorite places we wandered was the Diamond Hill Mine in South Carolina. Well, I found some interesting fun facts about that area and about what we were down there for, amethysts.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that amethyst is a variety of quartz?
No.
And it is the official gemstone of South Carolina.
Nice.
Yeah, it became the gemstone June 24th, 1969.
Oh, wow. Late in life, actually. 69.
Yeah, I did. This followed the discovery of several world-class amethysts at the Ellis Jones mine, which was near the town called Due West. Additionally, great specimens have been found in mines in Abbeville County near Loudnessville and Entreville. They hold really big amethyst reserves there. And that's where we were.
Okay.
And Due West was actually east of where we were.
Yeah, it was weird.
Really?
I was like,
really threw me for a loop.
I was so confused.
It is confusing.
So amethysts are found in elongated clusters that resemble pyramids, but they come out of a geode base. And of course, you guys know that geodes are the hollow rock that are filled partially with crystals.
Yeah.
Ideal amethyst stones have 6 sides. The amethyst is the birthstone for February.
Okay.
Did you also know that amethyst can range from a pale lilac to a deep violet? These color variations are caused by many factors, including their iron content. Basically, the higher the iron, the deeper the purple.
Okay.
So today, most gem dealers use heat to deepen the amethyst color artificially. Did you know that the word amethyst derives from ancient Greek, meaning not intoxicated?
Okay.
Legend suggests amethysts negate the effects of alcohol. Once considered more valuable than diamonds, they were coveted by kings and queens around the globe. Perhaps this was due to their color being purple, because back then, purple dye was very scarce, and it was only reserved for those who had money. So by extension, the color purple became the symbol of royalty and retains this connection even today.
Okay.
So
cool.
back in the Diamond Hill Mine, in 2008, a group of rock enthusiasts went there for a dig. They were there for a day, and they found an amethyst weighing 118 pounds.
Wow.
With crystals measuring up to 14 inches long. That is the biggest cluster of pure amethyst crystals ever found in the state.
Right. That's amazing.
I know. The area is just known, I guess, for their, when we were down there, you could see the visible outcrops, and I guess the area is remnants of a major area of faulting known as the Bavard Zone.
Okay.
Could have dug deeper.
Yeah. Yep.
Should have.
We could have gotten that,
Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
118-pound amethyst.
We're going back.
Going back. Continue digging.
We're going to get a bigger shovel.
We are going back, though.
Nice.
We just don't know when.
I don't blame you.
I want to be there for at least 2 days, because I don't think a day is enough. The place is just huge.
Okay. Oh.
But anyway, that is my fun facts of amethysts.
Amethyst? Fun
Amethyst, and then that area down in North Carolina. But you can see the full history for that area. This came from an article written by J.L. Lineger in the Journal of the History of Minerals.
Very nice. I love it, Kathleen. Always love your fun facts. You know what?
Thanks.
That's
Dredging Up the News.
Dredging Up the
They're
News.
always cool.
Well, thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Shad. Loved it. I'm still kind of lost on the lady sewing, but
just don't worry. Just go dip your candle
I'll dip
and
my
ignore
wick,
the lady sewing.
Dip
okay.
my wick and wonder about the lady sewing. Okay. And
do you know how many times you have to dip the candle to actually make a candle? Have you seen that process? It's unreal.
Yeah.
Well, while you do that several times, you can watch and figure out the lady sewing.
And make sure your wick ain't moist before you dip it.
Exactly, or else it's not going to adhere. But then you want to be careful of the kids with running around with the whipsaw.
With them whipsaws running around everywhere. Yeah, you got to be careful. So Scott needs to go check that event out, I'm telling you. He has to. All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Toney. We'll be right back, everybody.
In 1858, gold was discovered in the rivers of New Caledonia. This discovery would spark a massive gold rush. Today, the search for gold is much easier, yet still challenging with Dirt Hog Pay Dirt. At Dirt Hog, we pride ourselves on our gold and guaranteed gold amounts. Just visit dirthogpaydirt.com today and buy yourself a bag of the best pay dirt concentrates on the market. Order with confidence in Canada and North America. dirthogpaydirt.com. The best gold concentrates on the market, period. Also, be sure to check out our Honest Bonus program.
If you're interested in gold prospecting or treasure hunting as a career, hobby, passion, or just something you're interested in getting into, you have to visit goldprospectorspace.com. At goldprospectorspace.com, you'll find forums, chats, videos, blogs, sections on dry washing, metal detecting, high banking, and so much more. At goldprospectorspace.com. There's a store, classifieds, and at goldprospectorspace.com every Sunday night at 7:30 Eastern Time, tune in to Prospectors Radio, the talk show for gold prospectors and treasure hunters. GoldProspectorspace.com is a social network with thousands of members, and everything you need is at GoldProspectorspace.com. Sign up today and get connected to others who share your love of gold and gold prospecting. Let the treasure hunt begin at GoldProspectorspace.com. GoldProspectorspace.com.
And now it is time for In the Goldfields with Scott Swiftwater Toney. Join Scott each week as he shares useful information to help you find and recover more gold. Here's Swiftwater.
Okay, there's Swiftwater.
Oh,
geez.
Is it me? Hello? Hello?
Didn't you hear your intro?
Yes, I did. I was trying not to laugh, darn it.
Oh, Jesus, God. All
right.
right.
You start talking when your intro's over, buddy.
Yeah, you're supposed to. That's your.
Don't worry.
That's your
cue. Draw a note and crayon for you.
Yeah.
Well, hang on. I got Johnny Lowflyer taking over the house again, like he's taking pictures. I don't know what these guys doing. Anyway, man, what a week for me. Let me tell you something. It's been great. We were in a dry spell, so to speak, because we live in Arizona. And this week we actually got some of that hurricane. I think it's Rosa. I can't remember, Rosie or Rosa. But anyway, we got some good ground pounding rains here in Arizona. So from anybody from South Phoenix to Flagstaff, baby, there's water. It's flowing. And what's cool is because I checked the Aqua Fria, where I usually go in Black Canyon City. There's the Rock Springs, and they got one of the water stations there behind that actual place. And it took a 10-foot spike last night.
Yeah, gotcha.
10 foot.
10 foot. So it was.
That's a lot of water.
So it was moist and pounding.
Oh my goodness, it was busting. You wouldn't believe it.
Really?
But 10 feet of water. You got to remember the Aqua Fria is probably, Tim, if you wanted to, out of the water, 65 yards.
65 yards.
Yeah, so imagine that like 5 feet deep, 6 feet deep.
Oh, geez.
Oh, that's a lot of water.
Oh, yeah.
It's like it's just, you see trees floating down it, crashing. You can actually hear rocks moving if you're down by the water.
That was moving in.
Oh, it's phenomenal. But what's cool is because here in Arizona, we need that. Number one, to move the gold. We all know that. But number two, it's going to help us. It's going to help me, and I'll just say it like that. I'm going to, start my gold season early. I'm going to be out by the 15th of this month.
Mm-hmm.
So for that water to be there, by the time I get up there, the water should either be cleared up or cleared up and lowering.
Got it.
So I've got some good pockets that I want to hit in certain places, and I really, really want to go prospect in other places. And it's going to be exciting to me. And another thing I'm going to be doing is metal detecting this year, and which that's one of my guests is going to come on tonight. When I text him and say to call, he's going to give me a call in. It's going to be Bill Southern.
Okay.
And I'm really interested in metal detect because I've been to places where, man, you look around like nobody's been back here for quite some time. I mean, I go really far back sometimes. You just take a walk, but take a jug of water. Trust me, don't go without water.
No, you're in the desert. Have water.
No, yeah. But I mean, I've been back so far that you're like, man, you know what? There's not a lot of stuff. People don't get back this far. There's roads that you wouldn't drive a tractor on. I mean, they're horrible. So that people hasn't been back there unless you're on horseback. And that's the places I kind of go metal detect. And when he calls in tonight, it's going to be cool because I'm going to pick his brain. I hope you guys do too.
Okay.
Just for the fact of having the knowledge of metal detecting. And it's going to, like I said, it's going to be a fun show tonight, and it's going to help me out because that's something that I'm going to be doing this year as well. And you guys can keep up with that. You'll see my videos on Gold Prospector Space. And, we're going to go from there.
We'll get him on here. Let's get him in here. Let's
you know what? I just text him up right now. You know what? I think he's listening, but I'll just say, call now.
All right. Yeah.
How about that?
Call now. Now wait for that stupid, dumb old Skype ringtone to go off.
Now you love that ring. Come on, that's almost like the Jeopardy song.
It kind of almost. I'd rather hear the Jeopardy song when it rang than that dang old awful stupid Skype ringer.
I always thought it was funny because people hated that Jeopardy song. It never bothered me. I always thought it was funny.
Song. I do too. I like the Jeopardy song.
Well, when the drums go bong bong, you're done.
Mm-hmm. I like it when it goes off. I do, but I don't like. Oh, there it is. God dang it!
There he is.
All right, there he is, Mr. Bill Southern. How you doing tonight, Bill?
I'm doing very good, sir. Thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure having you on here tonight. I'll give you to Scott. Take it away, Scott.
Hey, Bill. Number one, I want to thank you a lot for calling in tonight. I know you might be busy and stuff like that.
You got to turn down the radio. I forgot.
Oh yeah.
Very good. Okay.
Are you good now?
Yep.
Okay. Like I said, I want to thank you for calling in tonight. Like I said, I really love to have you on the show because I really want to pick your brain. I know you're one of the biggest guys of the best guys. Your name's known for metal detecting, and which this year I'm going out for a full year of gold digging, and metal detecting is going to be one of the situations that I use. So the knowledge from you is going to be really cool to have, and I know that everybody out there listening right now is going to be really interested in what you have to say. But I want to start out, number one, but like I said, saying thank you. But I also want to know, where did you cut your teeth and where did you get your start in metal detecting and being where you are now?
You're never going to believe it. I spent most of my life riding motorcycles and being somewhat of a, well, we won't go into that. But anyway, I was watching TV back in, I think it might have been the late 80s or early 90s. And I watched the Buzzard come on TV with a gold bug metal detector, and he was on a tailings pile somewhere. And I had puttered around a little bit with panning and sluicing some and found some, a few grams here and there, but that just didn't turn me on as much as nuggets would. And I watched some metal detecting, and I thought at that point, well, that's what I want to do. And that's what got me started.
Interesting.
The old Buzzard.
Yep. And, the GPA today and the AMRA and all these other options we have now to join a club of some sort, and a good number of those clubs are also going to do a lot of work to protect us in the long run. I mean, it's in their best interest, especially, I mean, a lot of the nonprofit clubs are really good at doing this too. And even the for-profit clubs are going to go a long way to helping out the small-scale miner in the nugget detecting wanderer. And it's for education. That's how I look at it. And if I wouldn't have joined a club or two clubs, I actually joined a couple early on. And if I wouldn't have joined, I wouldn't have had the desire to know why I was in a certain spot. Okay, and what I mean by that is I would get in the truck, I would be at home, and I'd study, I'd look at the books, I was all excited, I was going to go out there, I was going to find tons of gold, right? I'd throw the dog in the truck, and off we'd go, and I'd get out of my truck, and I'd look around and go, whoa, where do I start? And I quickly learned there's literature out there for less than $10. For instance, placer deposits of, quote, quote, whatever state you're in. So we'll go with placer deposits of Arizona. And the best part is most of them are free for download. And it tells you exactly about every placer in a club claim. Okay, so you get out, say, at San Domingo Placers out here where I found a lot of gold. It tells you about the placer, when it started, who started working it, when it got worked the most, what kind of gold was there, how big the biggest nuggets were, how big the smallest nuggets were, how much gold was found, where it was found, blah, 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 all the way down, all the way back to telling you it's a Precambrian placer, which eliminates the need to look at the mountains and say, well, the gold come from right there, because, 30 million years is a long time. So anyway, I got to catch my breath. What's next?
Yeah, but you would say, you know what, just like there's a lot of clubs, and we both know this. And we're not going to bash any clubs. We're not going to say anything. But are you like me, do your homework before you join a club, find out what they're about, where they're at, what they're doing? Do you find that fundamental?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I just simply support all clubs. They're actually in it for the purpose of being a club. Okay. I'm not pointing out any single one because it depends on where you are. There's some that are nationwide. There's some that are very centrally located. And if you're in an area with a centrally located club that's very active, that can be very advantageous to your learning process. And because you're going to learn about the environment you're hunting in, as opposed to learning about somewhere 300 miles away, it's a big deal. And education is the biggest part of what we all do. I don't care if you're dredging. I don't care if you're gold prospecting with a metal detector. Whatever part of this we do, there's a lot of knowledge involved. And you get drug into geology kicking and screaming. And it was tough on me. That was the hardest part, is trying to understand that I had this thirst for knowledge. And what are these rocks? Why are they here where I'm finding gold? And that's turned out to be a big benefit to me over the years.
Awesome. See, that's about the same with me. You get sucked into it, so to speak, and then you really get into it, and man, you're so deep you can't get back out. That's pretty cool. But when you're metal detecting, I've seen some of your videos. For a newbie, like say if you were talking to me at a coffee shop, and I said, what would I go out and what would actually catch your eye to say, I want to go metal detect that? What would catch your eye? Say somebody driving down a back canyon road or something like that. What would catch your eye that you'd want to go out and look?
As a newbie, probably anywhere that the old timers have dry washed. And I'm going to interject a little story here. One of my good friends in life has been a man named Jim Strait. And I think that name's probably going to ring a lot of bells for a lot of people right now. And Jim has been in the metal detecting business, not business, but into metal detecting for, I don't even know how many years now. But back when I started doing this, there was nobody to help. There was a bunch of well-knowns, Peter Hardelyer and Jim McCullough. I forget some of the names, but Richard Delhaney and some of the others out there, Jim Strait. We used to call him Tailgate back then. I was one of the few that could be. He spent a lot of time on the tailgate, but he also found a lot of gold. But he wrote a couple books, several books, Follow the Dry Washers, Nugget Shooters Bible, stuff like that.
Wow.
And
I've read those.
Yes, that's what inspired me, and that's what got me going. I was like every one of the people that are listening right now that have been out there with their metal detector, and I'm not into brands. Okay, I would use what I use for a reason. And if people want to know that reason, I'm more than willing to share it. But my main focus is helping you with what the heck you have. Mm-hmm. Okay, because they all work, but the metal detector doesn't find gold. And that's the hardest part for people to understand. You still have to find the gold. The metal detector is nothing but a fancy shovel. It tells you, hey, dig here, there's something there, And but anyway, back to Jim Strait. When I met him, I was all jazzed, and I still hadn't found really anything in the way of gold, a few nuggets here and there, and I was bragging up I'd found one or two and this and that. And I go, what? I do everything right. All I find is these boot tacks, nails, and stuff. And he looks at me and goes, well, you're doing it wrong. Okay, this is my mentor, right? I just I looked like I just shriveled up in a little prune ball and went, what? He says, well, you're doing it wrong. And he gave me a copy of his Nugget Shooter's Bible. And I read that book. And I was out dry washing at San Domingo one time. And this is a couple weeks later. And I get done for the day, and I look at my pile. You know how it is when you dry wash. You got a pile of coarse tailings there. You got your fines. And you're done for the day. You're loading up your stuff. And I was using a puffer, keen puffer. And I looked down on the ground. I picked up all my stuff, picked up my battery, walked up to the truck. I'm bone tired. I looked at that metal detector, and I went back down there, tired, swung over the top of that pile and got a huge booming signal. I finally found a real nugget. Mm-hmm. And it was about, maybe a pennyweight, but it was laying right on top of the pile.
Wow.
And I would never known it was there if I hadn't gone back. And at that point, I looked around at all those tailings piles, and ever since then, I've just gradually gotten better and better.
Pretty cool.
Metal detector from heck.
Well, it doesn't much matter the detector you're using as in how willing you are to find gold with that detector.
I mean, you know what? I've watched your videos, and you're like me. You try to be very informational on what you do, and you're really good at what you do. I mean, you've been doing it a long time, and I know it's just really neat that you find the stuff that when you say, oh, I found a BB, okay, that's me. When you go, oh, I found a little piece of gold, I'm like, that's not me.
You're doing it wrong, this guy.
Well, maybe you better come visit sometime. But you know what it is? It's I went through all that, man. I went through every bit of that everybody goes through in the beginning. I don't understand it. It's like that first time you find your nugget dredging, the first time you find a nugget dry washing. I mean, you sit down and you look at that thing and you don't even believe you just found that. Mm-hmm. You got to shake it around in your hands, stick it in your mouth, wash it off, look at it again, and you just don't believe you actually found that thing. And when you find your first nugget, you do all that, and you're all whoopee-doo, I got a nugget. But the thing is, they come easier after that. Don't ask me why or how that happens, but it does. And it doesn't matter if you're the new guy that just bought a detector and walks out and gets one right away, or the guy that waits a year. It took me 1 full year to find my first nugget. And I never quit.
Now, do you have a preference? Like, you know what? I'm not going to say I'm a metal detector guy. I can't say that. I'm a novice, what you'd call, I guess. But I have a gold bug, the original gold bug, which I find it very easy to work. Is there something that you like? I know you're probably into the more advanced metal detectors, but is there anything that for the starter person, say like myself or Kathleen that's never hunted with a metal detector out here, or Shad or anybody, like that, is there a go-to machine that you would have?
Before I go into that, I am a dealer. Okay, but I am not in any way or any form using that as a reason I would give any recommendation to anybody. Your gold bug is a great machine. Okay, the difference between when I started and now is a lot of the major gold fields that us guys that are getting into this, or anybody that's getting into this new is getting into, has been picked over a little bit. And until you learn the ropes of fringe hunting, is what I call it, to where you learn about the placer area you're in, and you start fringe hunting and getting out into new areas. And I know a lot of people that are really good at that. And you would be amazed how much gold's still out there, blow you away. But for me and what I do, Mine Lab is my best choice. I use a Gold Monster 1000. Prior to that, up until 2 years ago, you couldn't take my Gold Bug 2 out of my hands. I mean, that was my go-to for hunting shallow ground.
Right.
And right now, I have finally switched over to a different machine, which doesn't make the Gold Bug 2 any less a great machine. It's an absolutely wonderful machine. I found pounds of gold with it over, a 15-year period. But technology as it is today, I mean, one day you buy a computer or a phone, you're out there skipping around with the best thing since peanut butter, and 2 weeks later something comes out, it makes it look like junk. And unfortunately, in the metal detecting trade, God, it's like you buy something one day and the next day something else comes out and you're going, geez, why didn't I buy that? And
yeah, but you can also
run into a lot of. Go ahead.
You become more advanced with the machinery.
That's the key.
Yeah.
You just said the key. It doesn't matter which one you have. If you come to my shop tomorrow and say, look, I got a Gold Bug. I love this machine. I'm finding boot tacks. I'm finding nails. I'm finding little bits of lead. But I want to buy a GPX 5000 and spend several $1,000s so I can find gold. I'll say, find it with your Gold Bug first. Okay. And I'm sorry, but that sounds insane, but find it with your Gold Bug first. Okay. Because it's not the darn detector that's finding the gold, my friend. It's you. And you have to get yourself over the gold before you're going to find any. And that's what I try to teach.
I actually laugh because I could believe myself sitting there at the counter beside you guys having that conversation and seeing that.
Yeah, and I do. I say it anytime I talk to people. And I went insane about 5 years ago and started just teaching everything I knew to everybody I could. And I don't know what caused that. A lot of people are real secretive in this part of the business, because successful nugget hunters, out of the hundreds of people that buy detectors, probably half of them end up in a closet as a cute little closet ornament, and the other half get successful. Because I don't think it's like anything else. It's like dredging and stuff. To a guy like me, vacuuming for gold in the water looks really cool, especially when you're from Arizona and it's bone dry all summer, and we think we're dying here, And I've tried dredging. That is hard work, man.
Yes, it is.
I admire them guys for being able to go out and do that, and they do it all day long in that cold water,
Oh, heck yeah.
So let me ask you this. Being a guy that metal detects out here in the deserts where I'm at, do you prefer a large coil or a small coil? Because I have both. But I'm really on the fence. I don't know what's the difference. Nobody's really described it to me. Could you do that?
Absolutely. And that's where a lot of people get in trouble. I use two different types of machines. I use a pulse induction machine, and I also use a VLF. VLF means very low frequency. Pulse induction means pulse induction. They're called PI detectors. The Mine Lab makes PI, Garrett does, and so does White's, and they're all great detectors. Everybody knows about the VLFs. That's what the Gold Bug you have is. But the VLF, when you switch coils, you're really getting more ground coverage than you are depth. Because without being all scientific and staying layman here, the VLF is basically putting a charge into the ground, and you're looking for something to short it out. Okay, that's why you get that nice little zip when you go over a target. And this could go on for a long time. But when you switch coils, you're going to also hear more ground noise. But you're also going to get a little bit deeper on larger targets. Okay?
So are you saying, like, if we were...
Go ahead.
If I'm moving faster, use a bigger coil?
No, don't move faster with a bigger coil.
Okay.
Okay, we're talking about nugget hunting right here. And there's a big wide line, like a goal line on a football field, between nugget hunting and coin relic hunting. And I admire them coin relic hunters because I do my share of it. and they have to work a lot harder than us nugget hunters do. We dig all targets, and it doesn't matter to me. I dig everything, and we move very slow. Okay, a metal detector, if you've ever noticed when you're swinging your machine, you've got it all set up right, you've got your sensitivity set properly, you're going across the ground, but you're getting a false signal at the end of every swing, kind of like an extra beat. You're moving too fast. You're actually hearing the machine's charge it put into the ground before you came back with your swing. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, we got to move slow. My swing is about 4 seconds from side to side. And once you think about that, that's pretty darn slow.
Yeah, that's lethargic.
And the reason for that, you have to give your machine VLF, pulse induction, or the new zero voltage transmission technologies. They have to have time to analyze the ground that you're swinging over. Okay, you've got something in your hand, and our main intention in life when we're out there with our happy little detector and our headphones on, and we're out there trying to make the ground invisible. Okay, so you got a machine you're trying to set up to be able to see through solid dirt, which you and I will never be able to do. Okay, not even 1 iota. We can't see through it, but that machine can do it. But you got to give it time to analyze the ground that's underneath that coil. So the slower you're moving, the more time it has to do that. With coin and relic hunting, they're hunting coin-sized objects, relics, which are pretty good sized. Those guys can whip along with those coils, but if you notice, they're still overlapping pretty good as they move along. But they're looking for bigger targets. A lot of times we're digging up stuff that you barely call a picker out of a pan when you're out sampling somewhere.
Yeah, you're right about that. And you have found some good little pickers, I'm telling you.
Yeah, I actually, right now, I think I'm over, close to probably 250, 300 nuggets for that little gold monster, and I still haven't made an ounce.
Wow.
When I hunt deep, man, I use pulse induction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're back to your coil question. When you switch through the VLF, you're not getting as much extra depth. You get more ground coverage. A smaller VLF coil, a concentric coil, gives you the kind of a cone-shaped pattern going down. And when you're using pulse induction, when you switch coils from an 8-inch coil to
Bill, would that be considered a coin shooter?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Pulse induction?
Yeah.
No. These are strictly gold machines that I'm talking about.
Okay.
Say the Garrett ATX, White's TDI, MindLab GPX series, MindLab GP series, the SG series are all pulse induction gold machines.
Okay.
They can be double serviced as a coin relic machine, but you have no discrimination. So, that's reliable anyway, because we dig all targets. So, but when you switch a coil from an 8-inch coil to say a 15-inch coil on pulse induction machine, you're going to be able to hear a large-sized nugget probably twice as deep as you can with a smaller coil. And that's not the case with the VLF. And that's why when most of us that do this on a very somewhat professional basis also have a pulse induction with our VLF.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I have another question, too. Like, you know what? I've been out and, swinging a metal detector, and I actually made a video one time. I actually found my first chispa piece, which is exciting. It's still sitting on my shelf sitting inside here. Have you ever went out and found, like, a nice chispa piece, like a good piece of float quartz with gold inside of it yet?
I just did a video that I posted. I actually got a bunch of them. The way I bought my property was 5-gallon buckets of those things. We had a claim back in the early 90s up by central Arizona here, and up Constellation Road area. And we were able to go up in an old mine dump. Now, this wasn't the tailings pile. The tailings were way down the hill because they had a tram that ran this stuff down the hill.
Oh,
and
dude,
we were
I seen that. It was red dirt,
they had
right?
hand-sorted that stuff. And we were taking stuff out of there that would just amaze you. One was actually a rock about the size of a softball. And we there's a good signal down inside it, just a boomer. And anything we found that was quartz with a boomer like that was gold. And we were trying to tell Dave, the guy that found it, not to break it open, and he had a couple beers that night. And he whipped out the 3-pound maul, man, and I've just got my head in my hands. He whacks it with a hammer, and inside this thing was a bug, which is your news girl was talking about. I can't remember her name. I'm sorry, but she was talking about pockets, with the amethyst in it. Well, this was a bug like that, and the whole inside was just powdered with gold, just crystalline gold, and there's these threads running down to a octahedron. I don't know how you say it, 8-sided gold cube right in the center. It weighed about a quarter ounce, and when he hit it, it fell out, and it ruined it. And I don't know how anybody would have ever cut it or opened it and not ruined it, but it was the most amazing thing I've ever seen. Wow. But around that area, we found several small stringer veins to where you're walking on the hill, and we would look for gossans. A gossan is an area where a lot of hematite and other iron minerals have decomposed over years and years and years. And unfortunately, in granite areas like we're in up there, a lot of them are hidden pretty well because they've bleached over millions of years. So it's just another patch of granite. It is like powdered sugar laying everywhere. And we actually used to go out after a rain and look for where the ants had made ant piles because they'd bring up the red dirt from down below and show where the gossans were. But we get on these gossans and find real nice pieces like you're describing. I mean, just beautiful. Just so I have a little stringer vein, maybe a foot long, and it was only an inch wide. You'll find 5 or 10 little nuggets in one of these gossans, and that's it. No more gold, in the immediate area. Just amazing.
It's funny, Bill, because you are the third person since I've ever been gold digging that knows to go and pan an ant pile. Because they dig it out.
Yeah, they're amazing little creatures, and they work hard. But the funny thing is after rain, you're in this big area, and it's all bleached. The granite up here is bleached kind of a yellowish, brownish, it looks like powdered brown sugar laying around. And after a rain, of course, all the ant piles get washed down. And you go running out there after it rains real hard, and they've got these bright red piles of dirt there. And we've always checked those. And I found several little nuggets in these ant piles over the years where, and I like critter piles. Some of the beat up placer patches out here at San Domingo, Tammy and I go out and after a good rain or something, they're all disgusted and they got to redig their whole show, We go out there and detect that fresh dirt. Every now and then you get lucky and get a nugget or two.
That is funny. That is fascinating. Me and Ben has talked about this for years, mining ant piles, and people's like, "What's that?" I'm like, "We're not telling you." And they're like, "I just figured out, mining ant piles." And we always did that. Like if we're in a place, we see a big ant pile, and they've dug it all out from down below, so we do a test pan, and we found gold. Believe it or not, doing that. It's funny. It's funny, but it's crazy because you're like the third person ever in my gold digging history that has talked about an ant pile.
Well, we've used that for years. Same with the little gophers. They dig that stuff up, and they bring it up from pretty deep. The bad side of that thing, though, is out here we got what you call a pack rat. I'm sure you got them in other states, and they're real rough on your wire and on your truck if you leave it parked too long. But the worst part is the darn little critters like old broken pocket knives and spoons and stuff like that, and I don't know what they do. They must set it on a mantle down there and watch it like a TV or something. But I got a signal one time, and we got, I'm sure you all know what caliche is, okay? Well, in some places here it's in layers. You dig a foot deep and you hit caliche, and it'll be about 2 inches deep. And you got to beat your way through it and get to the next layer. And I get this real nice signal, and I've dug down about a foot, and it's just booming down, and I hit a layer of caliche, and I'm all disgusted. And I'm beating on that thing for probably almost 2.5 hours, and I finally broke through it, and the pick just kind of goes woof into a hole. And I went, no. And I chipped it out, and there was a little broken pocket knife, a spoon, a couple little pieces of bullet, and a shotgun shell base from a 10-gauge shotgun. That this thing, and there's no surface hole at all. I mean, the poor little critter got ate by a coyote probably 300 years ago, and all this stuff is just down in a hole, and I dug it all up, but I still got all that stuff, and it's like a little treasure to me. Heck, he treasured it, and I had to dig for 3 hours to get it, so I kept it.
3 hours?
Pretty close. Yeah, stuff's pretty hard. There's an old trick, though. It's probably illegal, but you can mix a little bleach with water and pour it on top of that caliche and go home for the night and come back, and it'll be soft like mud. Cowboys do that out here to put fence posts in.
Good idea.
Wow, that's great. That's great. Well, hey, Bill, let me ask you something. I know you're doing something on YouTube right now. You're doing a lot of more videos and stuff like that. You want to get that out there. This is a great time to share it. What's your YouTube channel and what you're going to be doing, and where do you think you're going to be going in the future?
It's called Nugget Shooter Journals, and I stumbled upon YouTube through a fella named goes by Aqua Chigger. His name's Bo. Real nice guy. I'm sure a lot of people on there have heard of who he is. And I just found a platform where I could educate people on a massive scale than I do already. And like I said, that's what I get off on right now. And my dealer part and all that stuff's all secondary to me. And I really like YouTube because I can show people how to be successful at doing what we do and make them realize that it's not as simple as it looks. And my Nugget Shooter Journal channel, I've been up for 4 months. I think I got like 100 videos up there already. And pretty much documenting what we do. And coming up, now that we're into the gold season, I heard you talking earlier about us getting cold elsewhere. I'll tell you what, man, it's getting nice here now. So we're finally able to get out. During the summer, we still go out and hunt, but we can't go out deep in the desert because, well, it's 62
Snakes.
years old and stuff, and it's not smart. So, if your car breaks down or something and you got to walk 14 miles, you got a problem.
Yeah.
And so we wait till it's nice out, and it's just starting to get that way, and we just had a huge rain. Unfortunately, it wasn't a gully washer rain. It kind of just built up, but everything flowed heavy. So who knows what moved around out there because it's a different kind of flow. But anyway, on that channel, you can follow us around as we hunt gold and with different detectors, and I teach people how. I've gone extensively into the Gold Monster 1000, so if you have one of those and you're still struggling like Kevin Hoagland and I did when we first started using it, I'm going to go into this just for a second. Okay, I think a lot of you know Kevin. Him and me call each other brother. We've known each other a long, long time. We ride together on the bikes and all that. And Kevin and I took the Gold Monster out the very first time. And we used it together, and we're all doing this and that. Well, we're Kevin and Bill. We've been detecting all these years. Did it. And we tried using that detector without actually figuring out what it was all about. Well, the darn thing has a microprocessor in it. And I'd never had anything in my hands that had a microprocessor in it. Okay, so we're out there trying to hunt with this thing and balance it in one spot like we do with any other detector we use. We failed miserably. I thought it was noisy. And Kevin called Phil Beck at my lab. And he got simply told, you guys are doing it wrong. So we went out the next weekend, and we had read the manual this time. And I was amazed at what this machine can do. And it was a simple fact that we were using it wrong, and we'd never experienced a machine you have to sample the ground with as opposed to just ground balance it in one spot. And a lot of people that buy this machine are really disappointed when they get it because they don't buy it from a dealer that's going to train them, which is sad to me. I think if a guy's going to sell equipment, you owe the person that's buying you groceries a little bit of time to show them how to use it. But I'm not going to go into all that. But if nobody has trained them, they don't know how to work this machine. But you can go to my YouTube channel. It doesn't cost you a darn thing, and you don't owe me nothing. And I go into that thing so deep that if you don't come out there knowing how to work it,
what's the name of it again?
You got a problem.
What's the name of it again? Nugget Shooter's Journal?
Nugget Shooter Journals. And I also have a forum called Nugget Shooter Forums. Probably one of the longest running forums, along with TreasureNet and some of the other great ones that are out there. And that can be found quite easily by typing into Google Nugget Shooter Forums. And I also have a website, but we're not talking about that kind of stuff here tonight. There's a lot of info on it and stuff, and that's also where my dealer base is.
All right, Bill. Well, hey, you know what? Thanks for calling. I really appreciate it, man. We're running out of time, but it's been exciting. I've learned a lot from you, and man, I'm glad that you called in. And hey, I hope I see you out sometime.
Hey, anytime, give me a call. And anytime you want me to call in, I'll do it. I know I'm hard to get to shut up. That's the thing, once you get me rolling, I like to.
We'll get you on. We'll get you on when we have some more time, Bill. Maybe have you on as a guest.
Alrighty.
Sound good?
All right. You guys take care, and you got a great show.
Thanks, Bill. We appreciate it, man. Thanks for joining us.
All right.
All right.
Yep. Good night.
Bye, buddy.
Good night.
All right, Scott. Great segment, brother. It was nice having Bill
job.
on. We'll have to.
Man, I like the info, man. It just helps me out a lot. I'm just saying.
Well, we'll definitely have him on again some night as a guest where you can get a little more time with him, maybe an hour or so. It'd be good because he's got a lot of info for sure. And just want to remind everybody we got the GPS auction going on right now, so be sure and check that out. Also, this Sunday we got our quarterly nugget giveaway for our cronies. So,
oh my God, somebody's dying. Hang on.
Kathleen is falling apart over there. Okay,
Yeah,
so she's tired, she's sick, she's got to get to bed, so we're gonna wrap it up, everybody. We want to thank you all for joining us tonight. Be sure to join us Sunday, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be here. What, Scott?
I just want to say I want to thank Bill Southern for calling in tonight. It was a great show. Thank you.
Oh, it was. Thanks for being here, Scott, and thanks, Bill. Shad, Kathleen, Rich, Dennis, thank you guys. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in. We're out of here. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Gold Diggers.
Be sure to tune in next Sunday at 7:30 for another great show. For updates and more info, please go to www.prospectorsradio.com.